I'm going to show you how to use the Marantz field recorder. It's usually kept in this little bag to protect it, which also doubles very nicely as a soft surface to put it on during your interview. While you're interviewing, you don't want to put it on a hard surface. You'd rather put it on a folded up jersey or even on the bag that you've just taken it out of. Also, the bag always has a set of 4 spare batteries in it in front here. Very important to check before you leave that they're charged or that you've bought a set of fresh new batteries. Today for the video we're just going to be using a mouse pad. You switch the recorder on here on the right hand side and you switch it on by sliding it over like that. It takes a few seconds to boot up like a computer because it's actually recording everything onto this little compact flash card like a digital camera. You don't need to ever open or close this. It immediately makes it switch off again as a safety feature. Over here on the display, a few seconds later, you'll see a row of figures telling you how much recording time there is, what track you're on, etc. Then your main buttons are down here. They're the record button, which you can press immediately to start recording, the record pause button if you want to interrupt the interview for a moment but you don't want a new track marker to be written, and the stop button to end the recording. This is preset by the center for a very high quality recording. The recording happens through 2 small little microphones that are built in here, right and left, for a stereo recording, situated to the sides of the speaker for playback should you wish to play back the recording for checking. These you point at your interviewee, and in order to start the recording you simply press the record button over here once. It immediately starts recording. You start seeing the counter moving and this big circle and play triangle up here on the display. In order to check the levels of your recording, you look at these LEDs over here, these little lights, and should they be going into the red too much, as they are at the moment, you must turn this dial to the left in order to reduce the level of volume going in to the microphones. Should you have gone too far down and you're not even touching the orange anymore, you need to turn this dial up a little bit. After the interview is finished, you simply press stop. If you want to merely interrupt the interview, you rather press record pause, because in that case the device doesn't write a new track. It just pauses, and when you hit record again, it carries on recording onto that same track number, like on a CD. Always keep the recorder no further away from your interviewee's mouth than about 1 meter, and at roughly a 45-degree angle to the microphones. That way you avoid having pop sounds or sharp sibilant sounds, but you also ensure that you get enough level into the microphones for a good quality recording. If you want to play back your recording in order to check whether you've captured everything right, you simply press the play pause button up here. I can pause the playback or stop it entirely with play pause or stop down here. The volume that comes out through the speaker up here is regulated on the other side of the power switch on this side here, and it's advised to keep that volume right down during recording and only turn it up during playback. Once you've finished your recording, you press stop, and after waiting for about a second, you can turn off the device. And please always remember to immediately put the recorder back into the bag. It's a very expensive piece of equipment and needs to be looked after very carefully.